There might not be a more sensitive subject for Sacramento Kings fans than the one about trading fan favorite Bogdan Bogdanovic. As the calendar turns over to the new year, trade talk around the NBA ramps up as the deadline approaches in early February. The Sacramento Kings could be active on the trade front within the coming weeks as rumors swirl about multiple players. The team has underachieved this season, and find themselves having some roster decisions to make before it is too late. The February 6th deadline could be a big day for the Kings. While Dwayne Dedmon has been the center of most trade discussion, Bogdan Bogdanovic has an even more interesting situation. The thought of trading Bogdanovic is one of the touchier subjects for the Kings faithful. He has become a fan favorite in Sacramento and is still viewed by some as a part of the Kings' core and future. The acquisition of Bogdanovic on draft night 2016 remains one of the few positive moves by the Kings' current front office. He is certainly important to the Kings on the court as well. Given all of the injuries that Sacramento has dealt with this season, it seems as though they miss Bogdanovic the most when he's missing. Until their victory over the Warriors on January 6, the Kings were 0-6 when he missed a game. He is the Kings' playmaker off of the bench, and often their best playmaker period. Despite his short NBA resume, Bogdanovic had been playing professional basketball in Serbia for many years prior. His experience and veteran presence have been crucial to the Kings' success. One of the biggest arguments against trading him is how Sacramento would plan to replace his playmaking. Bogdanovic is also responsible for one of the very few signature moments for the Sacramento Kings in recent memory. Practically all of the incentive to trading Bogdanovic lies in the money. He will become an unrestricted free agent this summer, giving the Kings the ability to match any offer that Bogdanovic receives on the open market. But there is a fear that Sacramento will not be able to afford him, given the thin nature of the free agent pool this upcoming summer. Bogdanovic will be one of the most coveted players on the market, and the few teams that have money to spend are likely to throw a lucrative offer his way. Despite him currently dealing with injuries, his stock and value is rather high. False rumors leaked this week that the Kings were dangling Bogdanovic and more for the Lakers' Kyle Kuzma, and the report was met mostly with laughter and ridicule. On his podcast, Zach Lowe had a laugh at Kuzma's expense. Bogdanovic is better than Kyle Kuzma by himself. Of course, the Kings aren't offering more than that. That would be stupid. Even the Kings wouldn't do that. While a setting a value ceiling of Kyle Kuzma is doing Bogdanovic a disservice, the news can be used to prove that his stock is high on the trade market. The decision to trade Bogdanovic will rest on two unknown factors: whether the Kings can fight their way back into playoff position and whether or not they are blown away by an offer. Vlade Divac and the Kings front office should sit on Bogdanovic at least until the trade deadline and see if the team can pull back into playoff contention. Sacramento has a handful of winnable games between now and the trade deadline, and are currently just 2 games out of the 8th and final playoff spot. We've seen teams that are in playoff contention be sellers at the deadline. Just a few days ago, a rumor that the Thunder, who are in 7th place, had a handful of players available. But the Sacramento Kings are different. They haven't had a rich recent history of deep playoff runs and MVPs gracing their roster. A simple playoff berth would mean more to fan morale and team building than it would for any other team in the NBA, which is why the Kings front office owes it to themselves to be patient with their current decisions. But there might be an offer that comes across the table that blows Sacramento away. There could be a deal including veteran playmaking attached to a draft pick that the Kings just can't turn down.